Hello everyone, good evening. So in previous video, we had a discussion of input operators in a Python. The input operators are nothing but whatever the data we are going to give or whatever the data it collects from the users that we are going to collect as input, and the syntax is equal to input. Under input we are going to give the instructions under the Python. Now in this video, we are going to learn the output operators of a Python. See, that is how the output elements. See, the output is nothing but it displaying data to the users. See, depending on the instruction, depending on the input. See, whatever the input we have given in the place of input, depending on that, it is going to display data to the user. See, user is going to give input. See, whatever the input the user will give, depending on that, the output operator, the output function is going to display the output for the particular input. It's now your program shows the result. See, this is the final result of the input, whatever we have given for the input. And also, this is the final result of a program. See, messages and information back to the person using it. Means particular person, the particular user who is going to give the input for them, it is going to give the final results or displaying the data to the users. It may be through the messages and information back to the person who is using it. See, in simple way, if you are going to say the output is nothing but the final result for the program. For the after executing the program, what we are going to get the result, and whatever the input you have given, depending on that we are going to get the output. The output only we are going to call it as the final results. Now the syntax is print. We are using to display the output in a Python. See, here you can see the print option. See, the print option we are using to display the output on a Python program. See, we uses print function to display information on screen. It's the most common way to show output in a Python programs. See, if at all you want to show, or if at all you want to get output from the Python programs, we are using the print function to get the output of particular input what you have given. See, now here one basic example of output function. See, simple text output. Here we are using function print, and this is the string data type. Because why we are going to call it as string data type means it has written in double quotes. See, it may be in double quote, single quote, or triple quote. We are going to call it as string data type. See, here the function we are using, that is output function print, then welcome to Python. Then the Python program simply displays the output as welcome message, that is welcome to Python. See, this is the output. Okay, now variable output. See, variables are nothing but the container of data. Here x is equal to 10, then y is equal to 20. Print the sum of x and y is x plus y. Now the program should show the output of, see, now x is equal to 10, then y is equal to 20. So here the output should come 30, because here we are using output function as print, then sum of x and y. See, we are going to calculating sum, we are going to calculate, that is variables x and y. So it is going to display as 30. See, here it displays the variable and calculations together. Now it is displays variable and calculate together. Now that is x plus y is equal to 30. So okay, now advanced formatting, output formatting. See, here advanced output formatting means simply we are using print function to get the output of a program. See, when it comes to the advanced output formatting, here we are going to using f strings. See, f strings are nothing but it provides a clean, readable way to format output by embedding variables directly to the string. See, that means directly it is going to convert into the string. It is converts string data type into variables. See, for example, you can see here name. This is a string character. Name is equal to Ravi. Then marks is 95. Then print f. We are using f strings, name, score. Again f string we are using, that is marks. So then finally the output will be name and marks. It is going to display as a output in the place of output. Okay, now here one of the tip is there. The pro tip is f strings are modern. See, now presently now modern days we are using f strings. See, earlier there was no f strings. We are using only string commands, string operators in the Python. Now the modern days we are using f strings. See, it is preferred way to format strings in a Python. See, these are faster and more readable than older methods. See, older methods what we are using, compared to that, the F strings are very faster and more readable than the older methods. So, in here particular section, you have understood the output operators of a Python. That is print function. The print function we are going to use to get the output of a particular program or particular input what we have given in the Python. Then one small summary of input and output operators or input or output functions in a Python here. So input functions, the input it takes the input from the users. So users are nothing but we. We are the people, we are the users, we are going to give the input. See, everywhere the user will instruct or user will give the input to the computer. Here also in Python also we are going to give the input. Remember that all input comes strings by default. See, all the inputs we are going to give under the strings default. That is double quote, single quote, or multi-quote. Then the output. The output is we are using print function to get the output, the final result of the program for the whatever the input we have given. See, it shows the output to the user. It's your primary tool for display the information. See, this is our primary tool to see the output on the screen. See, type conversation. Here, convert input when dealing with number using integer or float functions for calculations. See, here it is going to convert input when the dealing with numbers using integer. See, integer is nothing but only whole numbers, and where decimal numbers will not allow in the integer, and float is whole number with decimal numbers. Okay, here it's going to convert input as dealing with numbers using integer and string functions for the calculations. Okay, now I hope you have understood the quick meanings of input output of a Python. Now here some of key takeaway. So input and output functions are fundamental to interact with the programs. See, these are input and output operators are the fundamental to interactive programs. See, if at all you want to interact means nothing but you are going to communicate with the computers face-to-face interactions. If you want to interactive between the computer and the program, the input and the output operators are like fundamentals. See, always consider data types when working with users input. See, always consider data types. See, data types, there are four data types we have already discussed in the previous video. If you want to know more about, you watch data types of Python video, then you will come to know. See, mainly four data types are there. We are going to consider, always we are going to consider the data types are the user inputs, that is integer, float, boolean, then strings. See, all these are the input operators. Then use f strings for clean readable output formatting. The f string is one of the modern technique. We are using f string to clean and readable output formatting. This is one of the modern string operator. Then practice combining input and output for dynamic programs. See, when we practice both combining input and output for dynamic programs. Okay, I hope you have understood in this video the output of Python, and also one small summary of input, output, and the conversion of input and output operators of Python. See, mastering input and output is the first step towards creating interactive Python applications that truly engage with the users. See, by using input and output operators or input or output functions interactively, we are going to engage with the users along with the Python programs. Okay, in upcoming videos, we'll discuss about some other operators what we are going to use under the Python. Thank you.